Good morning and welcome to episode 1646 of Hard Factor. It is Wednesday, February 12th, 2025. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Patreon.com/Hard Factor if you need more Hard Factor. Today, Mark is back with us, a Super Bowl champion, with news about a brand new potential power couple in the works.
We did it, guys. Go Birds.
You did. Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Well, I mean, I think that I can't say it anymore. I mean, it's the last
No,
one.
you're done.
Yeah.
It's the last time I'll say it too. Football's over, but go Birds.
No, I mean, you get it. You get it now the whole year. Yeah.
Shout out PFT for the hookup.
Thank you for the sweet hat I'm wearing too. Official Super Bowl merchandise.
Super Bowl hat.
Thanks
Wes,
for watching the dog.
Wes, you could definitely pass as one of those dudes who goes to the Super Bowl every year. Like not a fan, like not just a fan of the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a Super Bowl aficionado.
I think that fits right into how much I enjoy football.
Yeah, you want to go to the biggest spectacle.
Well, I pretty much only watch the Super Bowl.
Well, you know, there's guys that do that though. Like they just go to the Super Bowl. It's like their thing.
I could see myself being a Vegas guy, just going to Vegas to watch Super Bowl and gamble my life away.
Well, if Wes lost some weight, me too. I'm not sorry to point you out like that,
Christ.
but if Wes lost a little bit of weight,
Wes wasn't such a fat ass.
If Wes wasn't as large as he is now, the way he carries himself with the hats, I would Secret Service guy, like the guy who sat next to me. That was clearly a Secret Service guy.
Oh, right. Yeah. He's wearing a Super Bowl hat. He's wearing just
the hat
of the game.
Yeah. Just a Super Bowl hat. Doesn't have a team there. Yeah.
If you want to learn about that,
eyes on someone ahead of me, you know.
Yeah. If you want to learn about that mysterious figure Mark's talking about, you need to go to patreon.com/Hard Factor. Listen to the Let's Go podcast. And Mark gave a full account of the Super Bowl and the Superdome, watching the Eagles destroy the Chiefs.
Yep. That was a snuff film. That wasn't a game.
Yeah.
Well, if PFT is listening and he wants to invite me to the Super Bowl the night before, moving forward, I'm down.
Yeah, true.
You know, I was thinking about it more and more.
Great olive branch.
I made friends with the Secret Service guy, and he shook my hand and only me when he left and stuff like that, because his duties were done at a certain point, which you'll hear about in the Let's Go show. But the more I think about it, like maybe he was there for me because Hard Factor exists, and if they did just to check on who has the lowest bank account at the Super Bowl, it probably looked like I wasn't planning on living a day after that Super Bowl. What the hell's he doing at the game? He's going to do something insane. We got to get a guy on him. Yeah,
it's a good point. Yeah, could be.
Could be.
He's got nothing to live for.
He did leave pretty quickly after I mentioned that I got gifted the tickets.
Yeah.
So maybe it was that.
You're safe then.
Yeah.
True.
I'm off the list.
I'm supposed to be here. Yeah. Well, nice. Welcome back, Mark. You're a champion.
Thank you.
We're all very, very happy for your championship. I've got some funny legal updates on deck for us, and Wes has the best news for office workers of all time.
Yeah, if you're a good-looking office worker, not so good news if you are a schlub, but we'll talk about that more.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That could be you if you lost a few pounds, Wes.
No shit.
Again, Wes, just miss it out. I mean, all it takes is a little self-control. Hey, shout out to Fatathon. Go to the Discord server, patreon.com/Hard Factor. Join the Fatathon. We're losing weight. Getting ready for Fat Boy Summer. Okay, join us. You're a little late to the party already, but join us still. It's fun. We're motivated.
Yeah, but don't worry, because no one has weighed in after the Super Bowl weekend. Everyone seems to be waiting.
True.
Yeah,
everybody's waiting. I collect the weights on Friday.
Oh, Friday. Okay, good. All right, good.
Friday. You got time. Yeah, you got time. I will send a reminder though tomorrow and ruin everybody's Thursday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah.
That's
what I'm gonna do.
All right.
Mark,
okay. Well, thanks for holding on the fort, guys. You guys want to do the news?
Mm-hmm.
So it came out on Tuesday. I believe it came out on Tuesday because I don't think anyone saw it before this. That former owner of Shooter's Restaurant and Bar, Congresswoman from Colorado, Lauren Boebert, got in a cab with the American Badass Kid Rock at 2:30 in the morning after an inauguration party on January 20th.
Oh, okay. So this is like, it's like old old news coming back up, and so
Yes, she thought she was probably in the clear. Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
Kid
The
Rock
two
and
were.
Lauren. I mean,
Yeah.
you could see that. Like you could see, in fact, them growing old together and just reopening like a giant shooters bar and grill where Kid Rock was like the house band, you know.
Yeah.
And then Lauren just like, you know, serves beer. She's like the beer maiden, you know, like German style.
It'd be like one of those like Middle East weddings, just people shooting AKs.
Yeah, except it's like shotguns and people snorting meth behind the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like and the Kid Rock's playing. And,
yeah, it'd be pretty lit.
Listen, I got all worked up thinking about a sex tape between Kid Rock and Lauren Boebert being, and I came this close to masturbating to Lauren Boebert today. This close.
Well, maybe this story will get you all the way.
It was close. I was looking at pictures of her, and it was real close.
You want to watch the video of her getting groped and giving that?
No, that one doesn't do it. That one doesn't do it for me.
I mean,
over the pants hand job thing.
Yeah, she gets a lot. Yeah, the OTPHJ.
Yeah, I mean, she gets a lot of tit.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, look at him go. She gets a lot of flack for at the end here. She starts to kind of give a handy, but I mean, what was she supposed to do? He was just absolutely all over her like a high school kid at the movies on his first date. You know, like
it looked like my toddler son with his mom.
He's an animal.
It's like he's giving her a breast exam.
That guy was inappropriate. Yeah, at the Beetlejuice opera, show some respect for the Beetlejuice opera.
Well. You saw where it led. I mean, they went outside. She was vaping, hitting that pen.
Yeah,
you know, and then you know, he got lucky that night.
She's a bad girl.
About the sex tape, I mean, Kid Rock might be one of those guys that like demands to record, like his Eskimo brother,
Diddy?
Like his Eskimo brother Tommy Lee.
Yeah. Bret Michaels, Tommy Lee, Kid Rock, cut from the same cloth.
So there might be a video out there, you know. Also, Eskimo.
Nobody's arguing with it if there is, you know. That's one thing that Wes is totally correct about. So
I don't think you're supposed to say Eskimo anymore, but where did that term come from? Eskimo brothers?
I don't know. Good question. I might look
at it. They're like, oh man, we had sex with the same chick, like those Eskimos do.
Because you've decorated the same igloo, you know.
Yeah, because it gets cold, and you got to go stay in the same igloo, and okay.
You've each contributed some ice blocks in there.
If we know one thing about the Alaskan Inuits or whatever, it's that they fuck the same broads.
It comes from a misunderstanding of Inuit cultural practices such as polygamy. It's just a complete misunderstanding.
It's just
wouldn't that be male polygamy though?
It's just made up. It's just made up, is what it is.
Yeah. People just said that the Inuits were disgusting.
Yeah, I think it's the igloo thing. I don't think it has anything to do with actual Eskimos.
It's a misconception that Inuit men lent their wives freely. That's what.
Whoa!
What? Yeah, that's really what it stems from. That's wild.
Yeah. Well, that's what it led to, I guess.
That's some misconception.
A lot of misconceptions came out of a misconception.
Whoa!
It's just a snowball effect.
I always assumed
lies.
Igloos. Okay.
Yeah. I never knew what it was really for. I just think it's a fun way of saying you've had sex with the same chick.
Yeah.
So back to Kid Rock and Boebert, the two were they were spotted getting really chatty with each other at the January 20th party, with one person there describing it as Lauren was totally transfixed by the rock star, yapping away, doing a little dance for him and clapping like she was at the front row of his concert.
Okay. Yes, she wanted to fuck Kid Rock. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. Sounds like a few hours later, Kid Rock was doing a front row of her polyps. You know what I mean?
It would be more shocking if Lauren Boebert didn't want to fuck Kid Rock. Yeah.
It's a bucket list for a lot of bad girls, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, he's been around.
Her favorite song growing up was "Ba with the Ba." You know,
like for sure.
She loved that shit.
Who was the little guy?
Little Troy or something, Troy Verner,
Jolie or
something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
All right, Peter, that guy. Yeah, I mean, Kid Rock's penis has seen more combat than Rambo, and we know Bobert's no prude. So yeah, I mean, I don't think they were playing Yahtzee at 3 a.m. when they got home. Maybe cranium because someone was getting some brain.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Have they been seen together again since then, or is it just the one sighting?
No, I mean, it was all like came out today, so I thought it happened. I think everyone thought it happened like this weekend, but no, there was no updates of like they were spotted like leaving the next morning together. They've talked since. Like a TMZ type Page 6 or something like they had like some paparazzi that caught photos of it, and I think they were working out. Someone paparazzi sold it eventually today. Like that was basically what happened. Is like they were trying to get the highest price.
Yeah,
it came out on Tuesday. That's what happened. But yeah, not that surprising. It's just two pros getting after it. You know, can't even be mad at it. She's single. Apparently, Kid Rock might be engaged to the same woman he's been engaged with since 2017. So that's not serious. She has to know that by now.
No,
that's kind of why the engagements lasted 7 years now?
5.5
going on 8. Yeah. Maybe part of it. Yeah.
He drunkenly proposed to her 8 years ago, like when you make plans with like your buddies when you're getting hammered, like for the next
shit.
day.
I really meant it, Brenda, but I just
you wake up and hope you don't get a text to go
know
on
how I am.
road trip. Yeah,
you can go a month without fucking another woman. We'll get married, sweetie.
Yeah. So they're basically both
I'll
single.
try, Brenda.
Yeah.
I mean, I am going on the road next week, so you know how that goes.
You do. Yeah. She's just telling her friends it's going to happen. It's not going to happen. And that's pretty much the whole story. That was the
Lauren
big
Boebert
news.
might be there, Brenda. I don't know.
Yeah, I might fuck a congresswoman, Brenda.
Yeah.
It did come true for him that night, probably.
She probably didn't expect that one.
Yeah. Oh, good for them. You know, kids being kids. I mean, they're fully grown adults, congressman and congresswoman and a rock star, but you know, and an elderly one at that. But you know, having fun.
Now that the news came out, maybe they can rekindle it. You know.
Yeah, it's out
pressured into it.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be at more parties in the future. That's pretty much all I have. I have a couple of headlines that maybe we'll get to later, but I mean, it's basically just the Kid Rock and Boebert banged. Most definitely. Yeah.
Nice.
They got it in. Speaking of getting it in, if you got to get it in the mail, don't go to the USPS. Use ShipStation. Okay.
Yep.
Don't get in line. Don't get in the car. Don't wait in that line. Don't pay a bunch of extra money. Use ShipStation because life can be pretty chaotic. And if you're in charge of order fulfillment for an e-commerce business, it's very chaotic. It's a special kind of chaos. It's like hell. But with ShipStation, you can count on your day-to-day remaining calm. You can save hours and money every month by shipping from all your stores with one login, automating repetitive tasks, finding the best rates among all the global carriers. You can focus on other parts of your business because you never have to worry about shipping and fulfillment again with ShipStation. So they're going to, that's your job. And then ShipStation kind of does it for you. So I'm going to make your job easier too, your life easier, your job easier, save you some money. So yeah, we've used ShipStation. We've been working with them for years. We use it all. We used it all the time for like the stickers. I know Pat's used it personally for other side businesses and stuff. ShipStation's incredible. It truly does save you so much time and money.
Oh, it's
and
the best.
It automates. Yeah, it automates everything. Shipping tasks, managing orders in one simple dashboard. Super easy to use. Super easy to see what's going on. It doesn't matter how big your business is. It doesn't matter how much you need to scale. They got you covered, big or small, and it saves. It can save you thousands on shipping with industry-leading discounts from their rate shoppers. So I would say give it a try, because if you like up to 88% off UPS, DHL Express, and USPS rates, up to 90% off FedEx rates, then you might want to check out ShipStation, who has over 130,000 companies that have been saving money with them. And 98% of them stick around because they're awesome. So calm the chaos of order fulfillment with the shipping software that delivers. Switch to ShipStation today. Go to ShipStation.com and use code HARDFactor to sign up for your free trial. That's one word. That's ShipStation.com, code HARDFactor, one word.
Yeah. We're going to get into some legal updates here, but real quick, a live comment from Tiller. Did he tell her mom, or did he tell her, my name is Kid?
You think that's his finishing move?
Kid Rock. Yeah, dude. I mean, you probably get laid after that.
No, I mean, like when he's finishing.
I think he does
Oh,
the
like
the blah,
his
the
own
bang, the
face?
bang, and then he comes on her face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a cowboy.
Bang, the bang, the bang.
Yeah. Probably.
And then these days he's older, so he probably just slunches over. You know, he's back in the day. You know, he had some
Yeah.
energy. Now
He's probably at this point, he's probably like, my name is Kid. Oh no.
yeah, that's quick.
Yeah.
I think I pulled my hammy while it fucking came. You know, your body breaks down over
His
time.
penis has seen a long life, though. You know.
Hate to break it to the young people. Okay, legal updates. Funny ones mostly. Before the funny ones, former guest, Hard Factor guest, Nancy Mace, she took to the House floor today, or sorry, on Tuesday morning, Wes, was that it? This week sometime, to accuse her ex-fiance Patrick and his buddies of being a gang of sexual predators who are harassing and assaulting young women in her orbit before she broke it off with him recently. And the DA, she claims, did nothing about it despite her submitting like cold hard evidence. Crazy shit, right? Wes, you watched some of it, huh?
Yeah, I was on a razor's edge of almost jerking out to Nancy Mace today too.
After she talked about getting assaulted.
Dude, you were hot and bothered after all this.
Jeez.
So you had to watch you had to read the Boebert news and then watch the Mace.
It was a lot. It was a lot for me today.
Yeah. So what did you end up jerking off to? Because
nothing, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Andrew
got
Tate
one in the tank.
Respect.
Yeah. She basically accused her ex of and business partners of she found his phone, or got access to his phone and found like thousands of images of basically women they were raping without them knowing it, including herself, an underage business associate's daughter, upskirt photos.
She's saying that Patrick and his buddies, and Patrick is like the guy from was it Canada that just had his wife
France.
Yeah,
like
basically
they just drugged her and then had his buddies go to town on her.
People, dudes, you guys need to stop doing this, you know.
And she's saying, like, we'll put up the slide up of that DA. She's saying she went to the DA and the police with all this, and they completely ignored her. So this was maybe her way of like finally getting it to the attention that it deserves by just being on the House floor and spilling her guts. And what's crazy is that she has complete immunity to say whatever she wants under some clause that you can basically say you're protected from getting sued for slander or stuff like that.
Libel.
If you're on the House floor. She sounds like she's got it all to back it up, like the proof of the photos and stuff.
If he didn't do it, she's a woman scorned that you don't want to mess with.
Yeah, that's why I'm putting up the blurred version here, because a lot of people are putting up the blurred version because they don't want to get sued by these guys. But I think they should listen to Nancy. You know, just give her, just hear her out.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those things. Like if she's telling you it, I'm gonna believe it until I'm out of her spell, and then I'll do the research after.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he's denying it. But it sounds like she's got the goods. So the DA's in trouble. They're probably in a lot of trouble. And
why wouldn't they look into it if she gave them?
They might be connected through, like Will was saying, and I was texting with Will. They've got some connections with the law down there. Who knows? It's all shit, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it sounds like they were close with the DA. If what she's saying is true, she's like Wes says, she claims she has all the cold hard evidence, presented it to the DA, did nothing. We'll see where it goes. But that's a sad
crazy.
It's a sad, crazy one. Because it involves minors too, like Wes is saying, allegedly. So don't want to, that's not what this whole legal update is about. Just the first part. I need it. She's a former guest of the show.
It gets better than horrific sexual assault rape.
Yeah, it does, Mark. Believe it or not.
Well, she ended her speech with, and that's why I hate trannies.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can see why she's nervous in the bathroom, but I don't know what the trannies have to do with any of this. Yeah,
I think maybe
she connected the dots somehow. I don't know what she was talking about.
This explains This explains a little bit of the last few months, though, probably, right? A little.
See why she's nervous.
Yeah. She's on edge. Oh boy, hope it's not. I mean, what do you hope?
What do you hope in this situation? It's bad.
It's a terrible situation. Either way, it's bad. It's bad. Terrible, bad. Horrible. Hope it gets worked out for Nancy, because she's been fun on the show. Okay, on to funnier shit. Going international for this one, over to Holland, also known as the Netherlands, also known as the Dutch. Try and make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. Okay, It's Holland, which is the Netherlands, and the Dutch live there. That's what it is. That's it. Whereas
Eskimo
judge,
brothers.
or a judge, a Dutch judge in the province of Gelderland, which is about an hour east of Amsterdam on the border with Germany, has ruled that local authorities cannot shoot paintballs at quote unquote non-shy wolves. So AKA aggressive wolves.
Oh yeah, we covered this. This was their plan to shoot paintballs at wolves.
Yes, this was their plan, Wes. This was their plan since 2021. This was their plan to shoot at aggressive wolves in the area, paintballs, to get them to leave, cows and dogs and humans alone.
I mean, if anything, it marks them as the aggressive ones. It's like tagging them.
Right. Yeah. So get out of here, quote unquote, non-shy wolf who was trying to literally maul my animal to death. The judge justified his ruling to not shoot non-lethal deterrents at wolves because one, wolves mostly only kill cattle. Okay. And two, if it's not cattle, then they're mostly only killing people's dogs. But they don't know if those dogs were off leash, which is apparently illegal in the entire country of Holland. So ipso facto, you cannot shoot a paintball at a quote unquote non-shy wolf. And I guess the judge's stance is that you should respect the wolf's autonomy to kill you should you be chosen to be killed by a non-shy wolf inside the province of Gelderland, because you cannot shoot a paintball at them to deter them.
The judge justified his ruling by saying, "Oh my God, it's a full moon tonight. Everyone get out of here."
Right. Yeah. He's
and then howling.
wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes no sense. This ends a 3-year, at least, wasted project getting.
Well, it doesn't sound like it really worked if it got to this point anyways.
No, it works. No, it works, Mark. That's the funny part. I'll explain. It ends a 3-year wasted project getting multiple initial approvals, which we reported on this show. We reported on it probably twice because it's been approved twice. And, before ultimately being told no right before they're about to go live with it. They do this, though, Mark, in Yellowstone National Park in America, and it works. And so that's why the Dutch plan to copy it and do it as far back as 2021, 2022. When we started reporting on it, they've been literally having a project, a team of people getting the paintballs ready to control the wolf population. And at the 11th hour, this judge comes in and says, you know what? No, I don't want you shooting paintballs at wolves. So
just cattle, just their livelihood.
So no, the dogs and the cattle, they die. Right. You don't shoot the paintballs.
No, that just means they're going to shoot them with real bullets and then bury the wolves on their property.
Yep.
That's what I would do.
That's what the farmers are going to do. But the government's official stance is you are never allowed to touch a wolf, no matter how non-shy it is.
Sounds like a lot of wolf stew coming up.
Yeah.
So
the wolves hate this.
Yeah, this is actually bad for them, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it would be better to be shot with a paintball gun, right, than a fucking farmer's 30-06, right? Yeah. Okay. Next update. Also in Europe, but the Far East this time, Russia. They have had a running fine tab. They fined Google back in 2020, 17 Russian TV stations over blocked accounts, right? And so they've had this tab of fines running on Google. Russia has the Russian court system since 2020, and Google has never paid any of the $1,000 a day fines. And so Russia continues to add more charges like late fees or whatever. You're not paying fees. We got more people complaining about blocked accounts, blah, blah, blah. And at this point, the tab has now reached 1.81 duodecillion rubles, which is 39 zeros after the 1.81. And the US figure would be 1.85, followed by 37 zeros of US dollars, which is allegedly more money than it actually exists on planet Earth. So they don't, if Google took all the money from everyone on Earth, they couldn't pay this fine back to Russian court.
Google was started.
We've been covering it before.
Yeah.
We just the fine has reached a point of it's unpayable amount. It's an amount that doesn't exist.
It's a good loophole. It's a good loophole. I literally can't pay your fine. It's impossible.
True. The total dollar amount exceeds all money available on Earth.
Sorry, can't pay it. Too high.
Well, that's not. Yeah, that's too much. Yeah.
But Wes, Russia says there's no limitations. So
right.
That's what they've claimed. They say our courts say no limitations. So
Sergey Brin better not go over to Russia anytime soon.
Yeah, he'd be in trouble. Finally, the most hilarious legal update of all today, a bill filed in the U.S. Congress, the Make Greenland Red, White, and Blue Land bill, introduced by Representative Buddy Carter. There's his Twitter profile picture.
He's about to hit a double.
Buddy Carter from Georgia.
God, he loves the congressional softball game.
Looks like a man's head on a kid's body.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
A little league picture with a 65-year-old dude's head on it.
Yeah. Wes, the key to baseball is don't move your head.
He's got no problem with that.
Strong neck.
That thing ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
So this dude, Buddy right here, Buddy Carter, that's his actual Twitter profile pic, which I found it awesome. He's from Georgia. He filed this bill. It has no contents whatsoever, besides authorizing the purchase of Greenland, and HR 1161 has been referred to the Foreign Affairs and Natural Resource Committees, according to Congress.gov, the official. So, it's real when that happens. And Red, White, and Blue Land, not sold on that.
No,
not sold on that.
I kind of like it.
You like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Red, White,
I
and
like
Blue.
it better than the American Gulf or whatever we're calling it these days. I think Red, White, and Blue Land has a ring to it.
Red, White, and Blue Land's better than Gulf of America.
Yeah.
Trump wants to call it White Land. He does.
It is ice mostly.
Yeah, I know. He it makes sense. White Land. It's factual.
Wait, it's a typo. I didn't mean to write White's Land.
White's Land. Yeah.
It's just a typo. We have to go with it. Got to go with it. It's official.
I've already signed it. I'm sorry. I can't take it back. It's White's Land now.
This dude's administration is obsessed with renaming things. I mean, Hegseth is renaming all the Fort Bragg and all this stuff I'm seeing. It's a renaming.
Well, it's a reaction to all the unnaming of other stuff, like taking away the names it's just it's a pendulum. It swings back and forth. And swinging hard right now, So, but anyways, Representative Buddy Carter getting in on the action with Red, White, and Blue Land.
White's only
I don't know
land.
about
That's it for him until the softball game.
That's all he's got.
He did his thing, and now he's got to get out, gets the batting practice, and get ready for the game. Yeah,
that's Buddy. Everybody,
Buddy.
Thanks, Buddy. Hit the showers, buddy.
Shit, I don't want to go to that icy land anyway. Shit.
Icy land.
Icy land.
Icy.
Right next to Iceland.
It's amazing. Well, I hope one of those things gets legs, either Greenland or Canada as a state. They're both hilarious concepts.
Yeah. I mean, they're funnier than they. I feel like logistically it would be hard. Like Greenland, if we're talking actual, that one makes a lot more sense. From military positioning and all that stuff, and also not being there's fewer people in Greenland than a small county in the United States. So it's or a town. So it's that makes more sense. All of Canada seems like a logistical nightmare. Imagine
that's what I'm saying. All jokes aside, and how insane it is to tell other countries to not expand when you're colonizing still or expanding still. That aside, to your point, Will, it's we have a lot of stuff to focus on in the US. When you add Canada and Greenland, then you're gonna have to put resources into what does that mean and set up all this shit. And it's it dilutes everything. It's harder to do anything because now you've got to focus on setting up all these rules in Canada and Greenland.
You'd have to transition them into all of our shit.
Focus a lot of resources and money and energy when I thought the whole plan was to fix America.
Well, it'd take a lot of time. I think the whole the other part of this,
Not
besides
gonna
being
happen.
strategic property, is like they want the oil rights, right? Like, so they want so that is it from a financial perspective. That's what they're looking at with that. But yeah, I mean, it just does seem like a huge fucking headache to like merge two big countries like that. That would be crazy. Seems like a big project,
Yeah,
don't see that one happening.
A little bit of work. Greenland, on the other hand, you literally rename it Red, White, and Blue Land, and
Greenland would be easier than Canada. Canada would be like, come on, what are we like?
Yeah, one government office, and then that's it. And then that government office is like
not a ton of people living there.
They tell like the 15 people in Greenland, like, okay, this is how you now do paperwork because it's America
now. Now build our military base.
He sends ship balloons to Denmark or whoever we're stealing it from, like prank them, like, but not a lot of people living there.
Yeah. All right.
It is 56,865 people as of 2023. It's literally the size of a town. It's a town.
A lot less work than Canada.
Yeah. Well,
a lot less work.
Just take it.
A lot less work.
What are we waiting for?
Why isn't he going after little islands like we've been talking about? There's so many little islands that you can just buy. There's like hundreds of thousands of tiny islands that are on sale for like between $1 million and $10 million.
Yeah,
I'd be collecting islands.
Yeah, he needs to get Greenland before it becomes part of BRICS. I think is what he's thinking. Because that's all right. In China. I mean, look at Canada too. I mean, shit, they could join BRICS. Mexico, you got to play defense.
Yeah, I'm all for taking Greenland. All right, I've got some great news for those of you who are good looking and work in an office, and not so good news.
Great news, huh?
Yeah, not good news if you're single, can never get laid, an incel, and also work in an office. Okay, pretty soon, your office could be giving everyone days off just to fuck. That's right.
Every office.
We've all heard of sick days, but fuck days could be coming to your office soon. Okay,
let's go.
Yeah, company sanctioned sex days, paid time off to be intimate with your partner, and it's all in an effort to boost productivity, loyalty, morale. That is, of course, if you are capable of using it to its fullest potential. Otherwise, they will just be a painful reminder that you're not getting laid and have no one to go home to except for potentially whores.
You got brain, too much batter brain. You gotta get it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you should still be able to use a sex day as a day. Like
you can,
even if you, masturbation should count.
Ugly people claiming sex days. They're gonna be like bullshit.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. What do you need a sex day, Tim?
Who is it?
Yeah. No, we'll see you at 9 a.m.
Have fun with your doll, Tim.
Yeah. Everyone in the office laughs.
Yeah, that's one of the problems that they're recognizing that might happen. Yeah.
So there's 6 ugly guys that show up.
Yeah.
Sex day paperwork box.
And everyone that's hot is passing their work off to you. You work it out.
Yeah, you're not taking off, are you? So we've all heard of mental health days, personal days, and now why not throw in sex days into the workplace culture? So the study was performed by Zip Health. It was released January 23rd, and it has proven to U.S. employers that sex days can actually be beneficial, not only to the employees, but to the business overall. Again, boosting loyalty, productivity among their horny workers. So from the study,
obviously,
well, you're going to get your shit done like immediately leading up to the sex day. The day before sex day, obviously people are not going to take the same day off, but that individual worker is going to finish tasks the day before sex day.
And when he comes back or she comes back, they'll be very, very happy. So to explore this whole, concept, they surveyed 800 employees and 200 managers across the United States, examining perspectives on sex days dedicated to time off for intimacy, health related needs. Here are some of the takeaways from the finding of that survey. So over 3 in 5 employees support the idea of paid or unpaid sex days, of course.
Sure.
1 in 2 employees who have taken a sex day reported increased productivity. So people are already doing this. by basically substituting a sick day with a go home and fuck day.
3/5 of the 800 surveyed have sex.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. 100% of yeah.
Yeah.
Or 2 out of 5 fuck their secretary.
Right.
So they don't need to go home.
Yeah, could do it at work.
Sure.
100% of incels said they would eventually host a workplace massacre
Yeah.
if everyone but them was openly getting laid and talking about it in front of their faces. Especially if the girl they were coveting could be seen glowing at work after not coming in the day before.
Right. So 1 out of 5 fucks the secretary. 1 out of 5 does that. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. The guy who got rejected from the hot office girl when the first day she takes a sex day is going to lose it.
20% terrified by the idea. 60% love the idea. 20% hate it because they have something better going on.
Yeah.
15%
of employers said they would implement sex days. Nearly 1 in 5 Americans said they would feel comfortable approaching their manager about taking a designated sex day or sexual wellness day. 50% of guys.
They got to call it something else. That's insane.
Yeah. The sexual wellness day, I think, is probably what they'd go with. Or intimacy day. Yeah. 50.
It's something people are like, that's like ordering fucking like dildos to your house, like in the mail in a see-through bag. Like you need to have a discreet name.
I'll be back in a couple days taking some sex days.
They just need to add it to sick days is what they need to do.
Yeah.
50% of guys like me said that paid sex days might be the gateway to prostitution they've been looking for.
Absolutely.
1 in 5 employees would consider leaving their job for one that offered sex days. 16% of employees said they already taken 6 days to stay at home and fuck. And 100% of guys like me said they would 100% abuse sex day practice, even though they weren't getting laid, to go home and get hammered and do drugs on company time to drown their sorrows. So
what about self-sex day? Tracking off.
Yeah, I mean it counts.
It absolutely.
Yeah.
So they also asked employees what they would be willing to give up in trade for sex days. 23% said they would give up free meals or snacks in exchange for sex days.
Oh, dude, 100% should have said that.
Yeah, well, you got
meals, maybe not, but snacks.
You got guys like this who's like, no, I don't want to think I'll keep my snacks. Keep my snacks.
Well, he's part of the 40% though.
No, the 20 though. Specifically, the ones that are terrified.
77%. Yeah.
We're losing snacks too.
Snacks.
Some incels are losing free snacks.
No snacks. Veronica's fucking Troy.
That's gonna be a bridge too far.
The nightmare.
I'll see everyone tomorrow. 8% say they would give up PTO. 17% say they would give up employee recognition programs. 3% say they would even give up bonuses in exchange for a certain number of sex days.
What? The PTO and bonuses is crazy because it's just just take a sick day.
Yeah,
it's the same.
Why would you
exactly
lose money over this?
Yeah. And 100% of incels, who I'm not sure understood that sex days don't come with free sex, said they would trade their entire job for one sex day with Veronica from sales. So they would just they'd trade their entire career for one night with Veronica.
This would cause so much sexual harassment at work. Sex days, if you called them sex days, dude, this would just open the floodgates on sexual harassment. Every dude would be shooting a shot with Veronica in sales and being like, hey, I got like a few sex days saved up.
They certainly have to add a few slides to the sexual harassment presentation. Will discouraging that. Yeah.
I mean, it's how you can't cross the streams. You know what I mean? Like you can't.
I noticed you haven't taken any sex days this year. You wanna?
Exactly.
You wanna?
Yeah, there'd be some stuff. And that's one of the.
Oh yeah.
We can both take the day.
Yeah. Of course, Gen Zers and millennials are the ones that support this the most, and people that work in tech, healthcare, and finance show the highest enthusiasm. 3 in 4 Gen Zers said, yeah, we'll take some sex days. 3 in 5 employees said that addressing sexual health at work could improve mental health and well-being. The other 2 out of 5 who aren't getting any said that sex days would only remind them that their lives are repetitive traps of nothingness and involuntary celibacy, and they would end up organizing a workplace massacre.
That's the risk you run with the sex day.
It's going to be a few a few dark web message boards
Yeah.
popping up.
Yeah.
Well, Wes, this is crazy because one of the other headlines I saw was in Japan. Clearly, like young people aren't having a good time in the office. In Japan, they're implementing hangover days. So same thing, except you can come into work like in the afternoon and not get in trouble. And they're offering like one free drink a day at work. And they're like, if you get drunk, just
head of dog policy.
Come in at 4, come in at 2 instead of 9 a.m.
Yeah. Well, they need them to fuck over there.
Yeah.
Of course, again, as we talked about, this new idea comes with some barriers. The biggest concern from employers, 55% who were surveyed said that the stigma and gossip that would go around the office would be a deterrent.
I mean, it's 100%. This is why you can't do it, dude.
Well, it would be girl shaming. Like the girl that takes the most sex days is the office whore, right? Like
first company to do this gets sued into oblivion and taken down because they tried sex days.
Well, 3% of companies are apparently already doing it in the United States.
Yeah, but like you got 3%. It's probably tiny places. It's if any major company,
tattoo shops,
this, dude, you'd be sued in
restaurants.
Sued into oblivion, dude.
Yeah,
it would be crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
other concerns were, of course, abuse of the sex day, and then
how many sex days they're offering, Wes?
They don't. It didn't say how many. I would imagine probably like you get like what, 2 weeks of sick leave or a week of sick leave in normal jobs. I don't know. It's been so long since I've worked in a normal.
It's like 2 or 3. It depends on the company.
PTOs like starts at like 2 and then goes to 3, 4, 5, and then like 6 usually a week.
Depends on the company.
It's like probably a week.
Yeah, probably one, maybe up to one a month. Who knows? I don't know.
They're not 12 sex days, but I mean they'll give you like 5 cash in here and there.
Yeah, Veronica, you use up all your sex days yet? It's only March. Jesus.
Yeah,
that's why you can't do it. It's 100%. It's
you know what? I'd like to donate her a sex day.
Yeah.
Sex
day donations.
That would be
next. Kevin's got 100 sex days he can't use.
If I give you 4 of my 5 sex days, can I use my 1 sex day with you?
Yeah. Kevin, let me get a sex date. I already told you I've got plans for my sex days.
People just dropping files at Kevin's desk. All right, bud.
That's amazing. To close out, some other fun facts that the survey covered. 14% of people surveyed said that they have had sex at work. 10% of in-office workers and more than 12% of remote workers admitted to sex on the job. 7% confessed to having
give
sex.
Me a break. That's 100%. If you have sex,
if you're at home,
fucking break.
Yeah. 7% confessed to having sex during a work call, which is hot, and 6% have scheduled fake meetings to make time to fuck.
Hot but dangerous, man. You accidentally click that camera on and you are so fucked.
Yeah.
You gotta.
It's a slippery slope, but
fireable offense.
Lube and Tubin at CNN, he found out even fucking anybody. Got caught jacking off.
Yeah, it's true.
On that the Spanish chick, the hot she maybe Mexican or Spain. She was like the hot chick was naked in the background, remember?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll get you in trouble. The old camera will get you in trouble. Mm-hmm. And that's going to do it for today's show. Thank you for listening. Check out patreon.com/hardfactor if you need more content. 3 weekly shows, bonus shows, plus the Discord. Join the Fatathon. Get in the lottery corner we got going on, where you can join lottery pools, gambling advice, gambling pools, all kinds of fun stuff. Squares for the Super Bowl you missed out on. Lots of stuff in there to enjoy. But most importantly, we love you. Have a great fucking day.
The cream of the crop!